Welcome to today's Explainer. We are breaking down a massive, totally adrenaline-fueled update from Netflix regarding the highly anticipated next chapter of All of Us Are Dead. If you've been literally on the edge of your seat waiting for news, we're finally going way beyond the rumors today. We're looking directly at the confirmed production updates that are completely reshaping this universe. We've all spent years theorizing about what happens after that explosive finale, right? Well, now we finally have concrete details, painting a picture of a much darker, much grander fight for survival. And a massive part of that is going to center entirely around Namra's mysterious half-zombie powers. Let's get into it.
So Netflix literally just put out this statement. Netflix just dropped a huge update about All of Us Are Dead Season 2, and the new zombie outbreak is even more terrifying. Now think about that for a second. That word terrifying isn't something you just throw around lightly in a show that already gave us absolute nightmares. We are looking at a massive escalation of apocalyptic stakes here. Whatever survival tactics worked in the past, those are about to be completely rewritten. I mean, just think about the sheer panic of that cafeteria scene, or the library chase from the first chapter. Now magnify that dread tenfold. The creators are explicitly promising that the infection and all the chaos that comes with it will absolutely push the boundaries of what this franchise has shown us so far.
All right, let's dive into Section 1, a new outbreak in Seoul.
Okay, so we're dealing with a sheer jump in scale here that is honestly mind-blowing. We all remember the claustrophobic, super contained setting of Hyosan High School from Season 1. It was isolated, right? The horrors were trapped completely within those hallways. But now, the story is officially shifting to Seoul, where Nam Anjo is trying to navigate life as a university student. We are moving from a lockdown high school to a massive, sprawling, incredibly densely populated metropolis. Just think about the absolute logistical nightmare of a zombie virus in a major capital city. You've got subway systems, towering skyscrapers, literally millions of people packed into a tight grid. Anjo is just trying to rebuild her life, trying to find some tiny slice of normalcy as a college student after surviving unimaginable trauma. But this environment she thought would offer a fresh start, it's actually a volatile powder keg.
And as you might guess, that fragile new status quo doesn't last. A brand new zombie outbreak erupts. And it doesn't just happen in a single building this time. No, it completely shatters the peace across the entire city. Anjo has finally found a moment to breathe, a moment to just be a normal university student in Seoul, and it is violently, suddenly interrupted. The tension here is going to be incredibly suffocating because the geography of the threat is now this vast, super complex urban labyrinth. Nowhere is safe. Every single alleyway, every crowded street, every dorm room is a potential death trap. And honestly, the emotional toll of having escaped hell only to realize the flames have followed you and engulfed the entire world around you, that's going to be so central to the terror of this new chapter.
Which brings us to Section 2 and the absolute core of our explainer today, the half-zombie wildcard. You guys, Namra is the ultimate wildcard here. Fan excitement has been absolutely surging around her return, and for incredibly good reason. Namra's mysterious half-zombie powers are the definitive key to this next chapter. She isn't just a survivor anymore, you know? She's basically an evolutionary bridge. As a half-zombie, she has these abilities that completely defy the standard rules of the infection. We already saw glimpses of her heightened senses, her insane physical strength, and that really agonizing battle she fights just to retain her humanity. Now drop that completely unique biology into a massive citywide outbreak. How exactly are her powers going to manifest in this vast, totally uncontrolled environment? Like, will she be able to command the horde? Or maybe deter them? Or is the sheer concentration of the virus in Seoul going to cause her powers to mutate even further? Her unique biological state is the central mystery of the whole show right now. She literally represents the only known variable that doesn't follow the lethal binary of human or zombie. If there is going to be any kind of cure or a safe zone, or literally just a way to fight back against this upgraded strain of the virus, it almost certainly lives right there in her DNA. But of course, that kind of power comes with immense danger. Are the survivors actually going to trust her? Or will her evolving nature make her just as terrifying as the monsters they're constantly running from? Okay, let's wrap things up with Section 3, new cast and timeline.
So, Netflix has officially confirmed that several brand new cast members are joining the fight for survival. It's not just our returning veterans like Anjo and the uniquely powerful Namra. We've got fresh faces who are going to be thrown directly into the meat grinder of this terrifying urban outbreak. And this completely shifts the entire dynamic of the show. Think about it. In the high school, everyone kind of knew each other, right? They were classmates, friends, bullies with all this established history. But now, right in the heart of Seoul, our survivors are going to cross paths with absolute, complete strangers. Who can you actually trust when civilization is collapsing on a citywide scale?
These new characters are going to introduce entirely new survival strategies, conflicting agendas, totally new alliances, and, without a doubt, some fresh heartbreaks as they try to navigate the infected streets alongside our original group. The fight for resources and safe havens just got infinitely more complicated.
So, the ultimate question, when do we actually get to see this? Well, the cameras have officially stopped rolling on the streets of Seoul. Filming is a wrap. Right now, the series is deep in post-production. They're doing all the heavy lifting of editing, integrating the massive scale of terrifying visual effects you need for a citywide apocalypse, and just perfecting those horror elements that made the first installment so iconic. And as you can probably guess, a sprawling metropolitan setting requires significantly more time in the post-production oven than a contained school environment. Because of this totally expanded scale, while Netflix hasn't locked in an exact calendar day yet, a release in late 2026 or early 2027 is highly probable based on this schedule. The pieces are all in motion, and the creators are clearly taking the time they need to ensure this new outbreak completely delivers on its terrifying premise.
Which really brings us to one last lingering thought. Knowing everything we've just covered in this explainer today, the massive shift to a metropolis like Seoul, a way more terrifying citywide outbreak, and of course the deeply unpredictable wildcard of Namra's evolving half-zombie powers, would you survive this new outbreak? Seriously, ponder your own survival odds against these extreme new variables. Could you actually navigate those subway tunnels or chaotic high-rises? Drop your answers in the comments, let us know exactly how you'd handle the brutal streets of Seoul, and make sure to follow us for more deep dives on all your favorite updates. Thanks so much for learning with us today.